Men who gave the creepy girl a chance. How'd it go? There was a girl that came into my work restaurant a few times a week for lunch. She did this for a little over a month, so she became a regular. She had asked me out every time I brought her bill. She always asked in a lighthearted way and never seemed upset or anything when I turned her down. I assumed that after the first few asks, she maybe thought of it as more of an inside joke at that point. Like she was just asking now to make light of the previous rejections and to make it less awkward or something. She always gave me weird vibes, but she seemed nice enough, so I thought I might have just been making assumptions because of her appearance and wasn't being fair. One time that she asked, I decided randomly to agree and give her a shot. Why not? I thought. Surely nothing could go wrong. She was always super kind and I had gotten rather used to the awkwardness I felt being around her. She seemed so excited and I asked her to leave her number on the receipt and I would call or text her when I wasn't busy to set something up. It wasn't really much of a joke to keep asking me out. I had mostly figured that though, to be honest. A few days later, I hadn't texted her yet to set anything up or even give her my number. And I got a text only a few minutes after walking into my house after I got home from work. It said, "Hey. It's Sarah from the restaurant. I know it's a long shot, but I'm free tonight and bored. Wanna hang out? If you're free, that is." I asked her how she got my number. She said I gave it to her the night I agreed to go out. I absolutely knew I didn't. I got really creeped out but decided not to confront her about it and just play dumb and believe that I must have done that. I just didn't remember because it was busy. I told her that I wasn't free to hang out that night, that I was going to be working later to help cover a shift and then would be pretty pooped by the time I was off. I had only ever seen her come in for lunch shifts, not dinner. A few minutes passed before she responded. She said, "Why are you lying to me? I know you were home. If you didn't want to hang out tonight, you could have just said so." Alarm bells rang in my head. I thought there's no way she's outside my house. She is just trying to call my bluff. Creepy, but not a full-blown stalker. But I felt exposed. I felt the crawl on my skin that only comes when someone is staring at you, the vulnerable pulses that are felt only by prey. I looked out through the blinds of my bedroom, and I couldn't believe it. She was parked right outside my house. I could see her face lit up by the phone screen. She was so close. I texted her and said, "Aha, you caught me. How did you know I was bluffing? I'm sorry. I do want to hang out soon. I'm just not feeling up to it tonight." I immediately called 911. The police showed up and went up to her car and talked to her for a bit. She drove away a few minutes later, and then the officers came to my door. They told me that they had acted like random neighbors complaining about a strange car. They didn't implicate me but made it seem like it was an older person, so probably not me. They took her plate information but asked her politely to move so she didn't upset anyone in the neighborhood, and she complied. I went to my friend's house that night and filed a restraining order the next morning. I later found out that she most likely got my number from the shift sheet behind the host counter because several coworkers had seen her at different times snooping back there. I guess she grabbed a roll of silverware, claiming that the server hadn't left her any and she didn't want to bother anyone because she knew they were busy, so she just grabbed it herself. This stopped anyone from suspecting her of anything odd. Her car had been parked at my house almost every night, according to a neighbor's security camera. I don't know how she got my address, but I assume she must have followed me home. She must have been full-on stalking me for a while. She did come into my work a day or two later for lunch, acting like everything was normal. I immediately went and got my manager, and he informed her that she had a restraining order against her preventing her from eating there because she would be in violation of it. I had already changed my phone number, so I don't know if she tried to text me. I didn't sleep at my house for weeks, but I never saw her again after that.